Alright, we're having a bit of a night away in Blanchland at the Lord Crewe Arms. It's been there since 1165, very old historic place. We're just on the way there, but we've stopped off to have a look at Derwent Reservoir. So that's where we are. There's the birthday girl. It's definitely a different pace here compared to Newcastle. I'm not really the outdoors type myself, but the birthday girl is. I'll probably fall down a ditch or something in a minute and break my leg while she laughs at us. Derwent Reservoir, don't confuse it with Derwent water. Yeah, it's a bit of water really. Not too impressed with it as a tourist destination. And when we were on the path, there was a woman walked past who had a particularly acrid perfume which caught the back of my throat, which also marred the experience. I'll give it a 6 out of 10 as a tourist destination. That's a very generous 6. So yes, we're heading to the Lord Crewe Arms in Blanchland. As I said before, it's been here since 1165, so it's a really old historic place. Something to do with bishops. It was built on an old abbey, something like that. Something to do with Jacobites, something to do with some guy who hid here, and it's haunted. So the guy who hid here, apparently his sister, roams the halls. So yeah, might get a bit supernatural action tonight, a bit paranormal activity, and turn into something like Blair Witch Project, something like that. Could get a little bit scary, so stay tuned for that. Hey, the only spirits I'll be having's a bloody Negroni. But oh Jesus Christ, we're just here for the food and for the drink and for the overnight stay obviously, but yeah, we'll be here any minute now. I think Blanchland, there's the sign to say Blanchland. Cross a little body of water and the Lord Crewe Arms should be here. Tiny little village in Northumberland. You wouldn't get parked. I think that's the problem, because people are going to be here for Sunday lunches and I don't think we're going to get parked. There's a car park, there's some parking just along the way. I'm hoping it's free parking, like there's plenty of spaces, like, to be fair. We're going to park up and then we'll hit Blanchland. Looks like it's a place to be. Remember Little Britain when it was the only gay in the village? I think we're the only working class in the village.
So here's the room. We got checked in straight away, checked in early actually. Always see these videos where people bang on about the rooms and like they're just talking absolute nonsense, aren't they? So I'll just try and do the best. There's a desk, for example. I mean, you're away on your holiday, why do you need a desk? Like, sit and write letters to people. I'm away for one night, here's a letter. I don't get that. Anyway, teas and coffees, that's the most important thing. There was fresh biscuits and fudge there. You can get more if you ate them all. I ate them within about 5 minutes. Nice little personal touch. I do like a personal touch. Wrote to Tuesday there. The bed was nice and comfortable, decent size. And here's the bathroom. Again, people talk about bathrooms like there's the shower, so you can have a wash. Do you know what I mean? There's a bath as well. You can have a wash in there, so you've got 2 options to have a wash. And then there's the outside area out the back, a bit of a beer garden. It was too cold for beer gardens for us. As much as it's sunny, it was freezing cold. And there's some toiletries, expensive toiletries probably. Back into the village, there's a graveyard, yeah, and then that's the local shop.
It's the village store.
I actually really liked that local shop. They had loads of pies and pastries, and they had some crisps that were like quite strange flavours. I wanted to try and get some before we left, and I totally forgot. And then there's a nice red telephone box. Unsure if it worked, we did not try and make a call.
It's very quiet. I feel like I need a whisper. Here's me working class accent and I get shot or burnt at a stake. Very quiet place, but it's very nice, very pretty, very old. It's yeah, it's like going back in time. we're going to head to the gift shop, see what's going on in the gift shop.
So the gift shop, nothing really there for us. Cards, little bits of souvenirs, things that you can buy, like home decor stuff, loads of different little things, like, but just nothing really for our particular taste. Probably for people who maybe are a little bit older, but not for us, but nice enough little shop. And then we're headed out of the shop and we're headed across the way, because across the way is like a another building, which was probably some sort of church, something to do with the monks, I think it said. It's like a tea room, the White Monk Refectory and Tea Room, but we're not really tea room people, to be fair. There's really not enough cholesterol in buildings like that for us.
When you find out that somewhere's haunted, that you're staying overnight, the best thing you want to see is a cemetery next door to the venue. We're going to have a look in the abbey. Neither were religious in the slightest, but it feels like you have to do these things, don't you? I can appreciate the architecture, but we're certainly not religious, and let's have a little look.
Unsure how appropriate it is, but that body thing there was the first thing we saw when we opened the door, and I screamed Jesus Christ. Like I say, I don't know how appropriate it is to scream Jesus Christ in a church. You'd think it would be a good thing, but I don't know if it's offensive. Is it? I've got no idea. I'm not a church person, but yeah, a nice impressive church. It said 900 years, which I didn't realise until I watched this back, so that makes it 900-year-old. That is old. So this is the abbey. It's got seats in it, and it's got walls and windows. We lit a candle, as you can see, Tuesday, using the little tool that's on hand to light a candle. We lit a candle for our dead dog, Bess, who is no longer with us.
Just lit a candle there for old dog Bess. Graves on the floor there. 3 graves. Who was it Tuesday? An abbot and 2 huntsmen. There you go. So like I say, we're not in the slightest bit religious, but it's an impressive building. When you go in these places, like, architecture is amazing. If the Lord Crewe Arms has been there since the 1100s, that church has probably been there around about the same, or if not longer. Can't even build a house these days. Mental.
So religious tomfoolery aside, we then headed to the crypt bar. We did not have a meal booked until 7 o'clock at night, so we had the afternoon to kill. A lot of people are coming in for Sunday dinners, but we just went on the booze all afternoon, saved ourselves for the evening meal. Headed back along to the room. Some people walk past on horseback. So that's interesting, isn't it? And then, as you can see, the sun was just starting to set, and we went back upstairs.
So we've had a canny little afternoon in the crypt bar, which is very, very historic, very oldie worldy. A lot of people coming in and out. I think people are coming in for the Sunday dinner, so it was people coming in, waiting, having a drink, waiting for the table to come, and then going for the dinner. A lot of dog walkers coming in. But it's canny, it's nice, We're just watching Nigel Slater on the telly at the minute there, and just having a bit chill out before we go for evening meal.
So back over to the main building, and look at that, man. It's just like Game of Thrones, isn't it? Without anyone getting their heads chopped off and that. We're headed upstairs because this is where the restaurant is. We had some money towards the meal. With the deal that we paid for the room, and it entitled to some money off the bill. So I had a good look at the menu. I went for the pig's head scrumpet. Tuesday, she wanted to go for the souffle. And then, if it's on the menu, venison for me all the time. This time of year, I love it. the winter and autumn time when you get venison. Tuesday she went for the cod. Obviously started off with a Negroni, and then as you can see, this is Tuesday's cheese souffle, which I enjoyed. This was my scrumpet, which was it was all right. It was okay, nothing majorly amazing, but was all right. Got some truffle parmesan fries to go with mains. That was my venison. It really probably for the money should have been amazing, but it lacked a little bit of seasoning, if I'm honest. And Tuesday's cod was the same. Don't think for the money you pay you should be reaching for that salt cellar, but we had to. We're finished to share with a sticky toffee pudding, the old STP, as usual. Call us creatures of habit, but that's what we did. Had a little look in the snug, which was upstairs, and then we headed back down to that Game of Thronesy room that you've seen before, because that roaring fire was just too tempting. We sat by there, we had another few pints, a few nightcaps if you want, nice and cosy, and then that was us done. Back to the room, off to Kip. Good morning. We're going for breakfast. Had a bit of a rough night's sleep. Still managed to get about 8.5, 9 hours nearly, but I was up for a while through the night. Lots of noise, but I think it's a really old building and the pipes make a load of noise. Not the ghost, but time for breakfast. So our breakfast was being served again in the room that we'd been in for evening meal the night before. Now the room was a lot brighter actually with it being daytime. It's a really nice room. There is choices for a cooked breakfast, so we had a good look at those. Good selection of different types of tea as well. But then also, as well as the cooked breakfast options, there is a big buffet, so all kinds of different cereals and yogurts, granolas and fruit, all that sort of stuff, pastries. You can just go and help yourself to that. And then Tuesday she went for the avocado and eggs. Nice runny poached egg, can't go wrong with that, can you? I went for the full English. Really enjoyed the full English. The sausages were nice. I could have done with a few more sausages if I'm honest. Black pudding, a little overcooked. Probably been on the hot plate for a long time. Tuesday, a nice English breakfast tea. I stuck with a coffee. And then that was us pretty much done. We just went downstairs. We had another little 2-hour round, just any sort of bits we'd missed. One more little jaunt in the crypt bar for old time's sake, because it was a lovely little bar, that one. Really nice. Highly recommend having a good drink in there. And that was we're done. We hit the road, headed all the way back home. Thank you very much for watching. Please give us a subscribe. Please give us a like. And we will see you on the next video. Cheerio.